Hey,
Hey, how are you?
I didn't know you're here. I didn't know you come here to run.
Yeah, I just came to take a run, this class, and just trying to clear my mind just a little bit.
Oh, I remember you were taking classes at school.
Oh, yes. The weather is very hot, oh my gosh.
That's true.
Everything good?
Actually, I don't know.
Don't worry, something is going to change soon.
You really think so?
Positive.
I hope so.
right.
It was nice running into you.
Take care.
Bye.
I would love to introduce my new piece, and this is work very symbolic for me, because no matter what's going on in your life, no matter how much you've been burned, you will survive, you will overcome any situation. I love women because women are very powerful and they can bring light to the world, they can save the world, they actually give a birth to the world. The name of this painting I gave Rising Phoenix. And maybe that's why I choose the artist title, I'll Be Brave. Because you have to be brave to do things.
What inspired you to draw that painting?
It's a good question, because life is an adventure, and the zest of that adventure is obstacles, especially when you overcome them. And I had some situations in my life, and I overcame them successfully. And one day I opened up myself as an artist. So I started to use bright colors, because I think they brighten my life.
Well, I'm glad you did, because these are beautiful colors and a beautiful painting. Good job.
Thank you.
Oh, hi, my dear Auntie Lena. How are you?
I'm good. Nice to see you, honey. How you been?
I'm good. Good. Nice to see you as well.
Do you know Adam?
I'm Eve.
Like the one from the Bible?
Yeah, that one.
Adam is a good guy. Very good guy.
I'm sure.
Thank you.
But, it's not common to shake ladies' hand.
Where are you from?
Guys, would you excuse me? I need to take care of my guests.
Go ahead.
I see you later. I'm from Russia. What do you think about Russian people?
I don't think anything, actually. I don't know any Russians. All I know is that they have beautiful women.
Every country has beautiful women. Where are you from?
Well, I'm originally from Israel, but I've been here for a very long time. So let me ask you, what do Russians think about Americans?
In common, they think that Americans are not well educated, maybe not even that smart, and all they care about is financial growth and well-being.
Really? I wouldn't say so. I mean, it depends where you are and who you talk to.
This is true. Yeah, you know, we kind of live in a very interesting time. It's called information war, and I think we don't really know what's going on in the world, you know. And anyways, I'm not that much into politics.
So how long have you been living here?
About 3 years.
Do you like it?
Oh, I love it in here. Oh, I would love to talk longer, but I really have to go. I have to get up very early in the morning. It was very, very nice to meet you, Adam.
It was nice to meet you too, Eve. And here's my heart. I hope you call me.
You know, it's not common in Russia for
okay.
a lady to call a man first. I know we're in America and the country is very liberated, and here's my card, and you can call me if you want to.
I will.
Have a good night.
Bye, Eve.
Bye.
Hey, man.
Hey, what's
I
up?
haven't seen you in a long time.
I know, it's been ages.
Yeah. I have a good story for you.
Oh.
Sit down. I'll be right back. There you go. Hope you like chamomile.
Thanks. Thank you, buddy. How you doing?
Not bad, not bad. And yourself?
I'm doing good.
How's business?
It's getting better.
I'm glad. Listen, I want to tell you something. A few days ago, I went to this party. I met this beautiful Russian girl named Eve. I think I like her.
Eve? You mean like in the Bible?
That's the one.
Adam and Eve. I would love to have seen that introduction.
Now I think about it, that is a coincidence.
Well, I remember when you broke up with Lisa. It was what, almost 2 years ago. Didn't want to mention it. I know you always get upset about that.
It really broke my heart. After Lisa, I didn't think I'd have another girlfriend. But now with Eve, you know, things are different. I catch myself thinking about her all the time.
Well, never say never.
But you know the problem is? I know nothing about her, other than she's hot. I just hope she's not shallow like all the other girls I've known. All they care about is having fun, going out, Facebook, gossip, all this nonsense. I'm just hoping to find a girl with a real deep spiritual side to her.
Man, don't be so negative about all women. It's a different world out there. Everybody wants to look good, be in style, even men. You had a bad experience. You will get married someday, you know.
I don't think so. But you and Debbie, that's awesome. How long have you been married? 4 years?
Actually 6. But you know, when you live for somebody else, it's a different world. But time flies. I gotta get back.
Oh, really? So soon?
I know. It was nice catching up with you, though.
We should go to the gym again together.
Absolutely.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Say hi to the kids.
Oh, I will.
That's strange. About a year ago, I swore I would never have another relationship with a woman. But now, I hope Eve likes me. Where is that coming from? For that matter, where do all desires come from?
We are the desires to receive for ourselves. We want something all the time. Did you ever think why you always want something? The desires constantly change from one to another. If we don't have interest, we don't do anything. Each time we calculate how and where we can get more pleasure. Desires are our driving force. Humans were created to receive pleasure. All desires come from the Creator. He's the giver and we are the receiver. Each person has a combination of multiple egoistic desires. So what do you want?
I want success, a promotion at work, a happy family, to travel the world.
Everyone wants that.
But some get that and some don't.
Do you think that's not fair?
Yes, we live in a crazy, unbalanced world. Why is there no harmony?
The answer comes to a person when he's ready to receive it. When your desire gets big enough, you will get the answer.
What future is waiting for me?
Whatever you wish.
Hi, Eve. I got some flowers for you. I don't know what color you like, so I got some yellow. There's some red and some orange and some white. I hope you like it. Yeah,
Oh
these
my
are for
god,
you.
it's so beautiful. Thank you. I
Really?
love the color. It's
Really?
such a good choice. It reminds me of the sun. So beautiful.
I was nervous. I'm glad you like it.
I love it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Let me open the door for you. There you go, Eve. Are you in there?
Thank you.
Do you dress?
I thought you would never call. It's been a while.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got really busy. I had a lot of work to do.
Yeah, Americans live for work.
I have to pay bills, you know? I have to make a living. What, Russians are different?
Russians have bills to pay as well, but first we think about family and then about how to make money. And we marry young.
That's old school. Things are not done this way anymore. You know, most young people wait until they get married. I mean, how can you make the right decisions if you're not ready?
Ready for what?
Maturity, financial stability, buy a house, have children. I mean, how can you make these decisions if you don't know what you're doing?
Yeah, it's better when it all comes together. And another thing, it's better when you're young because it's kind of easier to find the right person. Once you're older, it's like nobody's good enough for you.
I think you need to find a soulmate. But in order to do that, you gotta make sure it's the right person, and that takes time.
Yeah, and then you can be like looking for all your life and never find this right person. I have a very good example. My parents, they met on a bus stop when they were coming home from work. They got married 1 month after that, and they've been married for like 35 years so far.
Well, my parents knew each other for 5 years before they got married, and guess what? They got a divorce.
Oh no. So you see, it doesn't really matter how long you know the person. What matters is the reason you're married and how much you care about this other person.
Maybe you're right. So what are you gonna have? I heard that Russians like to drink a lot of vodka.
Oh, it's so not true. Come on. Like, no more than Americans like to drink whiskey or beer. Like red wine.
Me too. What else do you like?
I love a lot of things. I love go to the beach, and I love lay down on the sand and listen to waves. I love the sun. I love to watch sunset, sunrise, I love to go to forest and listen to birds.
Unfortunately, I've never been to a forest. Just go to the park for running. That's it.
Next time you're in the park, just really try to feel the nature. It's so amazing. I kind of miss those things, miss those times. I was a little girl, and me and my family, every single weekend, we used to go to forest for a picnic. My dad always told me, like, Eve, try to be close to nature, try to feel it. And it all makes sense, because once we obey the law of nature in anything, we live in balance. I just feel like, in our everyday life, work, everything, all the stress that we deal with, we're so far from nature.
Wow. It's a good point. I want to take a toast to our meeting. It's lovely to meet you. It's our first date, and I hope it goes well.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you for the lovely dinner.
It was my pleasure. Hope to see you again soon.
Sure. Call me.
There is only one desire in the universe. It's split. That's why everybody wants the same, only on different levels.
What is the purpose of all this?
That you will find out when you reveal the Creator.
Who is the Creator?
He is the power of bestowal and love. He's the one, and there is no other power in the world that exists.
Then why does so much evil exist in the world?
Our world is dual. All that we know comes from the opposite. We wouldn't know what is good if we didn't know what is bad. We live to achieve unconditional love and bestowal. The Creator has two sides. Now we see the opposite side of the Creator, and it's called Pharaoh.
Who is Pharaoh? The king of Egypt?
The Pharaoh is our desire to receive for ourselves. Egypt is the ego. We perceive reality from within. What you have inside reflects your reality. The whole world is inside of you.
In the holy books, they talk about that, right?
Allegorically, they say that. The books speak in code. For egoistic humans to interpret that literally is nonsense.
How then to reveal the truth?
The truth will reveal itself when humanity reaches the level of the Creator.
What does the Creator want from us?
He wants that humans ask Him to give them a second nature of altruism. That will help them to become like the Creator.
That will never happen.
Those people who are chosen to correct the world must study to attract the power of bestowal. They do the correction for all of humanity. Then people will have different feelings, desires, and thoughts.
Are you trying to say that I am waking up and my responsibility is to correct the world?
You don't have to believe me. Check for yourself.
The exodus of man from corporeal world to the spiritual one is a slow process. At first, every person is imprisoned in the desires of this world, and he slowly arrives at the awareness that there is no purpose to his physical, beastly existence. As long as the spark of the Creator is absent in man, he is no more than one of many who exist in the human reality. It is written in Haggadah, the story of Exodus from Egypt. In the beginning, our fathers were idol worshippers. Idolatry is a situation that occurs only after one already feels the Creator, becomes aware, and the fact that his attributes are opposite to the Creator's, that he is going against the will of the Creator. Thus, idolatry is a certain degree of self-awareness. Things are different when a person is controlled only by his natural desires, which are a consequence of the Reshimot that were imprinted in him in the moment of creation, called nature. The patriarchs were also idol worshippers, but then the Creator, the upper light, was revealed to them, and was understood as an instruction to move to the land of Israel. We see that people move from place to place in our world too, according to one's inner will. People must find their right place on the planet according to the desires in the hearts. It is written in the books of Kabbalah that we can live in the land of Israel only if we equalize spiritual degree. Otherwise, we will be expelled from here, just as we were 2,000 years ago. And at the end of exile, the Creator brought our bodies back to this place. But it is our duty now to return internally to the spiritual degree named the land of Israel, meaning to be spiritual worthy of the land of Israel. That is the only thing we need.
Hi, can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for the book of Zohar.
Okay, we have it. Let me get you one. Here is one. This book is a very special book. It can bring you light or darkness. It all depends to your intention.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Adam.
Hi.
You need to relax. I know you have learned some things that have blown your mind.
Yes.
Lay down. I'll put some stones on you that will tranquilize your mind. How do you feel?
Much better now. Thank you. The creatures should come to receive the delight and pleasure that he contemplated to delight them. Prior to that, creation is still not considered a creation that befits the Creator, since it is known that from the perfect operator, perfect operations should emerge. This means that everyone should feel the beauty of creation and will be able to praise and glorify creation. That everyone will be able to glorify and thank the Creator for the creation He has created. However, when a person begins to examine if he is truly satisfied with his life and how much contentment he is really delivering from himself and from his environment, he sees the opposite. Everyone is suffering, in torment, and each person suffers differently. However, it is known that the delight and pleasure cannot appear in the world before a world has vessels of bestowal, since ours vessels of receptions are contaminated by self-reception, which is heavily restricted in its measure and separates us from the Creator. Obtaining the vessels of bestowal is where disputes and wars begin. So it is against our nature. And this is why we were given Torah and Mitzvot, to achieve the degree of bestowal. As our sages said, I have created the evil inclination, I have created the spice of Torah. Hey, Dad.
Hi, how are you, son? You okay? You don't call.
I'm fine. Just been really busy.
Yeah, we're all busy. We've got things that we got to do, but they call sometimes. I feel like something's wrong. What's up?
No, I'm fine. Remember my friend Craig? He just separated from his wife. You believe it? He was just so happy a few months ago.
That's life, Adam. People only think about themselves. They need fulfillment from relationships. They often confuse love and lust. After 3 years, it's hard to maintain because love transfers to another state and lust often dissipates and people think they're not in love anymore, so they just split.
But why only 3 years? Some people go 10, 20 years or more.
That's what psychologists tell us. Have a stable relationship. Each person has to rein in their ego and make concessions to their partner. That's why they have to agree never to divorce. They need to focus on each other's good traits and allow their mistakes. Love's like waves. It comes and it goes.
I know, but why does love disappear?
It doesn't really disappear. It just changes. It comes around again, often at a deeper level, depending on what obstacles must be overcome. Adam, are you afraid to get in a relationship? Are you afraid to have a family? I do hope to be a grandfather someday.
Father, I promise, when the time is right, I will let you know.
Don't make me wait too long. In my day, everything was different. Everyone cared for others and less about themselves. People were different.
In your days, values were different. By the way, how are you? How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm okay, but now I have to go. I love you. Bye-bye.
Okay. Love you too. Talk to you later. Bye.
Nature reflects the connection between humans, and they are egoistic. That's why we are in a drought. The trees are dying. It may have catastrophic results. When people become altruistic, it brings all things back into balance, including weather, plants, animals, etc. We will no longer have natural disasters.
How can human reach the state of bestowal?
The state of bestowal will appear when the connection between people changes, when people get united inwardly. It will happen first in a few people, then it will spread to all of humanity.
What should I do to make this change?
Reading the book of Zohar, you will attract the light that returns you to the source. But you have to read it with the proper intention to attain the state of bestowal. But if you read it with the intention to attain wisdom, your ego will drive you crazy and you won't know what to do with it. The Creator gives certain people the desire to study, but not all people have to do it. Some people will draw the light for all of humanity because the Creator wants for everyone to attain the state of bestowal. That's His plan. When the state of bestowal happens between people, they will no longer harm each other. There will be no suffering or sickness. Each person will have the right spiritual partner. There will be no wars, no abuse of each other. All people will live in a harmonious world where each person contributes as much to the society as he can do, and everyone will have as much as he needs. Humans were connected before. After the split, they mixed, and they have to reunite again by their own desire. There will be no feeling of lack for anything because each person will care about all others. Humanity will attain the upper level of existence, the level of bestowal and unconditional love. They will have a sixth sense, which is called soul. It's developed from the power of the upper light. The ego will not disappear, but we need to rise above it. We are going to live in two worlds, in our world and the spiritual world. We will see all of our connections. We will become immortal. The Creator will give all the pleasure He wants to give His children.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
My name is Adam, and I'm the designer. Nice to meet you, Julia.
Gene.
Gene, nice to meet you. How can I help you?
We are remodeling our house. and
Congratulations.
Right now it's time to order a kitchen and vanities.
Well, you've come to the right place because I promise you, you're going to have the best kitchen and you'll be envious of all your neighbors. So let me show you what we have. We can start with the vanities. Yes, as you can see.
Looking more for the modern stuff, right?
For the modern, well, this will be the perfect vanity. We call this the white dream. It's self-open. Look. It's all custom-built Italian. Look, Julia, this is called Lazy Susan.
Nice.
Nice.
You could put anything you want this. We could do hardwood floors. Anything you want, I can do it right here. One-stop shop for your home.
Hello.
Hi. Beautiful dress.
Thank you. Good to see you.
It's nice to see you too. Here's a nice gift.
Oh, thank you. So
You're welcome.
sweet of you. Come on in.
All right. I didn't know you could cook.
Of course I can. And I hope you're gonna like it.
I hope so too.
Cheers.
Cheers to.
The power of bestowal comes out when the connection is right between two people. True love is when the desire of others becomes more important than your own.
May I?
How did you figure it out that I want to dance?
I just guessed.
So I'm just surprised because you told me that you didn't like to dance.
I wanted to do what you liked. I wanted to make you feel good. I wanted to get out of myself and get it to you.
So now you know all my dreams?
I know your desires, yes.
That sounds like we're becoming one.
Not yet. You have to first get out of yourself and get into me. In order for that, you should take my desire and place it in yourself. When the power of bestowal exists between us, we'll become one whole.
How do we do that?
It takes a very strong desire. Then we will reveal the right connection between us.
I thought that's what we have right now.
I don't really know exactly what kind of connection we have right now, but it could be infinitely more if we learn to feel each other's true desires, and it could be eternal. And I feel that that's what we were born to do.
Sometimes you scare me.
Don't be scared.
The 5 principles to study the Zohar. Study by heart and by feeling. Don't make it literal. Think only about light returning to the source. Your only desire should be to attain bestowal. The Creator is only revealed in a group. You create positive connections with the upper force when you study the Zohar, and that makes changes in the connections between people. The upper world appears in the altruistic connections between people. The right intention will develop your 6th sense, and you will start to feel what the Zohar talks about. It talks only about spiritual connections, not material ones. It's written in the language of roots and branches. It uses our words, but speaks only of the upper worlds. It talks about what is inside a person. The book influences our feelings. The Zohar means upper light. It's complementary to the Torah. When you become like the upper light in love and bestowal, then the upper world will open up to you. The upper world is built on bestowal. When people develop the right connections, then the essence of the Zohar will be revealed. Our body has only 5 senses. That's why we cannot feel infinity. That's why we need to develop a 6th one. One person can induce a huge change in the world because the general and the specific are equal.
Who are you?
I am a guide to connect you to your soul.
My soul is inside of me.
Only a tiny part.
Then what makes me alive?
Life forces.
How do I connect to my entire soul then?
You need to unite with the roots of your soul. I will lead you to connect to your entire soul. Have you been looking for the way to get home?
Where is my home? Where am I supposed to go?
Our home is in the world we call Atzilut. All you need to do is follow me.
I don't understand.
You called me. That is why I am here. Do not be afraid. I am always here with you. Our Father is waiting for you and everyone else at our home. The table is set for the party. All you have to do is wake everyone else up.
We live in the world of illusion. Humanity is determined to lead itself to eternal perfection. It's constantly searching for the truth.
What is meant by the tree of good and evil? Who is Adam? Who is Eve? What does she personify? What is the apple? What is the serpent? Why did the serpent speak to Eve, but not to Adam? Why can't you get pleasure from the tree of knowledge without sin? Why does the Creator hide from us? Why can't we get pleasure of bestowal from our receiving vessels? You are so beautiful.
Thank you. My life is so much happier with you.
What would you like to do tomorrow?
Whatever you want.
Tomorrow, we will do what you want.
I would like to go to the Garden of Eden.
This is like a dream, isn't it, Eve?
It is. Sometimes I feel that all my dreams have come true.
I'm glad that
And you make my dreams come true.
I did my best.
I love it.
Look at this beautiful flower, Eve.
Oh, I was just thinking about the same thing. Oh my god, it's so cute. And I love the color. Oh my god, it's so amazing. It's so soft and smooth.
Yes.
Nature is beautiful.
It is.
We're so blessed to have all of it. Oh, it's so beautiful. Thank you for making me happy.
You know what this tree is called?
No, what is that? Palm tree?
No.
What is that?
It's called the tree of love. in and out, and again.
The angels are special forces inside of you. They lead you toward the goal of creation, to get united with your soul, to reveal the Creator and the upper light.
I love the sound of the ocean so much. You know, when I was a little girl, I always dreamt about to live near the beach. And now I live in Los Angeles. I never even thought about it, you know. But it feels like all my dreams come true. What was your dream?
When I was a little kid, I always wanted to be a pilot.
Oh.
Then I wanted to be a doctor.
Oh.
Yeah. But I became a programmer. I have my own business, sales, basically everything to earn a living.
You seem to like your work so much since you're doing it very hard and you spend a lot of time doing it.
I do. I don't know. Why do we work so hard?
I don't know either.
You know, when I was a boy, I thought about going into space. I was watching Star Trek a lot, and I always wanted to see what it's like to go into space, to travel in spaceships, and see aliens.
You know, when I was a little girl, my favorite fairy tale was Cinderella.
Cinderella? We live in a reality that is make-believe. Today we begin creating as children. That's why we live in a illusion. We're not children. I want to read the make-believe stories, but make sure that they know that they're not real.
Don't you think it's gonna kind of steal their childhood from them?
We need to create a different narrative.
Maybe I'm the one who's gonna create it.
Maybe.
Do you remember that time when you were talking something about getting out of myself? Then you mentioned Bestowal. What was it all about?
Well, the soul is when a desire of someone you care about become more important than your own. That is what the soul is.
So does it mean to make the other person's desire your own?
Exactly.
I also live for my desires, and what I wanted, I got it.
Do you know why your parents named you Eve?
They're very religious people, and they're sure that this is a very special name.
It is. You know, in Hebrew, Adam actually means domain, which means similar to the Creator. That's why I want to know the purpose of creation. What does the soul mean? Why it came into this world? Why I have this life? Why do we have the 5 senses that He gave us?
Last night was so good.
I could not imagine spiritual connection being as intense as 620 orgasms. Life could be an endless orgasm.
Wait, what? Like an endless pleasure? That sounds amazing.
Yeah, we will remain in a constant state of orgasm. Because in a state of bestowal, you get out of your body and experience everyone's pleasure. That will be endless.
What do you mean we need to get out of yourself? And what do we need to do to get that high level of pleasure?
We have to ask the Creator to give us a second nature so we can rise above the ego and give Him respect. When we reach bestowal, we will become like Him. Then we'll be united with the Creator.
And that's all?
No. It's only the beginning of a new adventure. But first, we need to correct our connection. The Book of Zohar is an undoubtedly unique and one of the world's most renowned compositions. Since its writing, thousands of stories have been linked to the Zohar, and the book is still shrouded in mystery today. The fascination around it is so great that even though the book is completely incomprehensible to our generation, without proper interpretation, millions of people diligently read it. We are living in a historic time. The soul of Rashbi is completing its mission in our generation. And thanks to this spiritual giant who lived nearly 2,000 years ago, the wisdom of Kabbalah is emerging so we may all ascend to a life of eternity and wholeness.
Hi, Olivia. Yeah, I'm very busy. Busy with work and this new guy that I met. Yeah, I like him. He's different from other guys I met. He constantly trying to make me feel good. He guesses my desires. Can you believe it? I think about something and he somehow seems to know what it is. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, he has a great personality. He's very intelligent and very kind and thoughtful. He seems to come from a good upbringing. And he has a very strong spiritual side of him. I don't know, who knows? I don't think he wants to get married. But I won't push him. Okay, I talk to you soon. Bye.
such a beautiful day today.
It is beautiful, isn't it? You know, I'm getting kind of hungry.
Hold on a second, I might have something for you. Look what I found.
Wow, beautiful apple. You know, an apple in Hebrew, it means to open. And Adam's eyes opened. He took that bite. And you know the first thing he saw?
What did he say?
He saw his beautiful, lovely Eve naked. And he got ashamed. And she got ashamed. And you know what they did?
What did they do?
They took a little fig leaf and they covered each other's parts. You believe that? After that bite, the Garden of Eden was never perfect again. All because of that snake and this apple.
Where was the snake?
Hiding. The snake is the ultimate sin, ultimate evil that is always there, no matter what. It's always waiting to give the apple.
It's just an apple.
It's good though.
I'm glad you like it.
I'm glad you bought it.
The apple can change the whole world.
It did, didn't it? Maybe one day it will change it back. Look at the clouds.
Yeah, getting windy, actually.
You alright?
Yeah,
Good.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
What's wrong?
I stepped into something.
What is it? Oh, it's tar. It's everywhere. I'm so sorry.
The ocean is so polluted.
Yeah, we contaminated the oceans with chemicals and pollutants. It's horrible.
When they stop drilling for oil, it's so bad. We have so many new technologies. Even school kids can build something like, I don't know, magnetic engine or something like that. Oil everywhere. Oh, so bad.
I guess there's always a supply and demand. If we stop demanding, they'll stop supplying. Or maybe, you know, it'll get so bad and so polluted that we just want things differently. Or maybe when we get a sense of bestowal.
What bestowal are you talking about?
It's a sixth sense that only a creator can give us.
Adam, you're such a dreamer.
Maybe. You're right.
Not going anywhere.
I got an idea. We got to do this quickly. I have something over there. We'll help you. It's Vaseline. Go. We'll get it out. Yeah, just the thing. You know, it's funny. This is actually made of oil, so it will help us. Does it hurt? It's very dirty. It's very sticky. There we go. Almost there. Ah, you're clean. Done.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Oh, done.
Yes.
With our ascent, we correct all the connections between us and all life on this planet. Every living thing has a reason for being here. And all suffering among all species of life is because man has not corrected his ego. The human is a central figure of creation, and the responsibility to correct it lies with him. All plants and animals help us to reach this perfection. This world will disappear when we stop chasing our egoistic desires.
You don't have to be afraid of marriage. Do you want a harmonious relationship that will last forever?
Yes, of course I do. I'm just not sure she'll say yes. And I don't want to feel rejection if she says no. And I don't want to feel any regret if she ends up being the wrong person.
Do you want to unite your soul and the Creator? For that, you have to become a bestower. The desire comes from women. Without women, you won't achieve spirituality. Men need to get united, so pull down the light of bestowal. The light spreads out to humanity, to men and women and children. A woman's desire is like a vessel. And men, they bring the light to fill that vessel with love and bestowal. Everything was created for a reason. Men and women were created specifically opposite. But when they unite, they become whole. Spiritual union can be achieved in connection between man and woman. That's the goal of marriage. The mutual desire of man and woman is to fulfill each other. If you make that clear before marriage, you won't have anything to be afraid of.
An unrepeatable time for you to grow up and to prepare for being an adult, but can handle problems and make something meaningful out of life. Something meaning, say meaning,
We live in the world of illusion. Humanity is determined to lead itself to eternal perfection. It's constantly searching for the truth.
The tree of knowledge is the revelation of the desire to receive for myself. Adam is the common soul. Eve is the female part of the desire to receive for myself. The apple is the desire to receive once it reveals the difference between receiving and bestowal. The serpent is the fully formed ego that forces us to seek equivalence of form. It's impossible to get pleasure from the tree of knowledge without sin. The serpent spoke to Eve because she is the state of the desire to receive. They have to come in a certain sequence. First Adam, then Eve, and then the serpent. You cannot get wisdom because you don't have the light of Hasadim. You have only the desire to receive, which doesn't feel good in the light of Chokhmah because it cannot receive pleasure from it. The light of Chokhmah cannot be felt in the egoistic desires. It can be revealed only to the extent of the presence of the light of Hasadim. Your intention to bestow. You can have an infinite kli with infinite light of Chokhmah in it, but you don't have the light of Hasadim. You will experience complete darkness, a state called hell. Even a tiny spark of the light of Chokhmah without Hasadim feels like suffering, illness, disaster, and crisis. The Creator hides Himself to give us freedom of choice. The Creator wants us to come to the equivalence of form, to receive all the pleasure without shame. Hey, Craig, how you doing?
She's gone.
Debbie left you?
Yep, just like that.
I want to sit down with you, I'll get a drink. Can I?
Sure.
So what happened? Must be tough.
I gave her everything I could. I thought everything was perfect. I can't understand what happened. Why did she stop loving me?
Do you know why Debbie left you? didn't fulfill her spiritually. The Creator loves you more than Debbie. That's why He puts you in this situation. So you can wake up. So you can get to a higher spiritual level. Unfortunately, human beings only advance, only grow when they're forced to suffer.
You mean God wants us to suffer?
Listen, I don't want to make you feel bad, okay? I'm your best friend. But I'm telling you, we could live in a better world. And it's time. It's time to change. We could live in a world free of diseases, of suffering, of wars. And government will help every citizen with every need he has. Whatever the problem is, there will be a solution. At every single level. Whoever needs work will work. Whoever needs a vacation will go on vacation. He who contributes more will have more benefits. Technology will be so advanced.
What are you talking about? She went on vacation twice a year. She was shopping every day. I was a good father.
Listen, my friend. Imagine a world with 2 representatives from each country. It'll be a new, great world with no suffering and constant pleasure. We'll live in 2 worlds, in this one and in a spiritual one. We'll have second nature of altruism, opposites our ego. The representatives will possess a 6th sense of spiritual enlightenment, which means they know all causes and effects of existence. They see all the connections in the world and make decisions based on their knowledge. Nobody will harm one another because they know we are all one. One matrix of psychic wholeness. All of humanity, including animals, plants, and stones, children and adults will go to school to study how to live in this one global, united world. TV programs and media, they will be different. We'll have marriage agencies that will help people match each other. People will start to think differently. Their desires will change from self-fulfillment to fulfillment of others.
Are you talking about New World Order?
No. I'm talking about a new world of spiritual harmony. Humanity needs to reach a new level of existence. And mankind needs to unite so we can give the light of spiritual fulfillment to our women. That's what women are really looking for. And most of men are clueless to this fact. They think that material things buy them happiness, like money, diamonds, shoes. But when those needs are satisfied, they only multiply, making it virtually impossible to truly be happy until we learn to change our nature from egoism to altruism. But we cannot do this by ourselves. We need the Creator's help. We need the forces to help us. He, the Creator, can give us the second nature.
That's crazy talk, buddy.
No, I'm not alone. There are people who think like me, that are ready for a change. We need to focus on this moving forward, and we need to hurry. If we do not do this voluntarily, it will be done to us. Look at the history. And that will be a catastrophe. Humanity needs new values. Each person has a unique ability to serve the whole of society. And if they are allowed to realize their true potential and support the society as a whole, then everyone will have a sense of equality and security. Our current system is completely unfair and out of balance. It cannot continue in its current direction. So to achieve this, all mankind needs to unite behind this idea.
What unity are you talking about? People hate each other, and it's getting worse. How can people with different beliefs unite?
You're right. You're right, Craig. The ego separates people. Only the power of bestowal will connect us and repair the damage. Did you know? There are over 3,800 religions in the world today because of the ego's drive for power. When we become altruistic, we will reveal the Creator. Women with their collective desires will help us push in that direction.
Where does this 3,800 number come from? And why women desires are going to help us?
I'll tell you. Women are the desires, and men are fulfillment of that desire. In a new world of harmony, nobody will need to use drugs or alcohol to numb the deep pain they have, because there'll be no need. People use drugs and alcohol in pursuit of pleasure. This is our egoistic nature which compels us to constantly look for pleasure.
Why does it have to be this way? Why didn't the upper light create us perfectly to begin with?
Because we wouldn't develop. We must ourselves have the desire to get rid of the ego and become like the Creator. Much like a father that wants his children to be better than him. Everything that is put here in this plane of existence is only for our development. We must build a vessel that will hold the upper light. That light corrects everything. When the Jewish people will complete the task of bringing the light to mankind, all of humanity will unite, and it will be paradise on earth. All will be happy and fulfilled. All right, I do have to go. Take care of yourself. It's not the end of the world. Think about your 2 children. Be strong. Good night. I'll call you tomorrow.
Thanks.
Bye.
You can find out why your soul came to this world in the Book of Zohar. You will feel the entire universe. People will communicate by the heart and feelings. We will not transfer information by words. We won't have bodies. Humans are the desire to receive. They are born with an ego. They only think about themselves and how to get more pleasure, how to get what they want. Their ego demands them to seek superiority over their fellow man. Human nature is the desire to receive everything without restriction. They will destroy this world for the sake of getting more pleasure. That's why we need to develop another desire, to live in bestowal. People are afraid to get rid of their ego. They think they will lose their identity and control. But the truth is, if they reach bestowal, they will be really happy and achieve eternity.
made me very happy. I was nervous.
Oh my God, it's so beautiful.
Thank you.